Well, before we dig into the weekly rookie card report, I want to share with you what I think is collector evolution. And it's inspired by some comments and some um, buzz out there that basically says that the collector side of things, that is going to die off.
The one thing I would love to see is an 18-year-old limit on buying into breaks, whether it's traditional wax breaks or repack breaks. I would love to see an 18-year-old limit on that. I don't think it's ever going to happen. That would be the one thing that I would like to see. Because if you're over 18, if people want to degen and gamble their life away, that's up to them. I don't know that I have some big, huge problem of kids playing in this area, in the I need room bro, flipper culture, whatever the case might be. Because a lot of these kids actually do collect. They just collect differently than we do. It's never going to look like this.
So I always consider the collector as well as the investor. And my thoughts are collectors are going to become less while investors may become more.
I disagree with all of that. I really do. And I base it off of my own experiences that I've had in life. But I think what we're seeing is just the dawn of a new era, a new generation of, and a new type of collecting. But I think in time, it all evolves. Okay. And to me, it started in the 1980s. There was just this promise of prospecting for young rookies and purchasing as many of their rookie cards as you can, because they're going to have future potential future value. And that really didn't happen, because we ended up finding out that they printed these things to the moon. But still, that's not my point. My main point is that as like myself and many of you, we evolved over the years. And I know when I came in, I was a prospector. I was a flipper. To me, it was all about the current hype of rookie player. And so that was my focus. That's what I pursued. And there was many times where I hit really good. I hit big. But more frequently were losses. And that type of thing, when you, and I believe that it's very common, I think, for novices to come in and cut their teeth on the money game, on the hype game, on the prospecting game. But I think that as we continue to grow in the hobby, we have a tendency to get burned enough times to where we start to learn our lessons. And it's one of them things where the advice that I give for raising 5 teenagers the way I did was, at some point you got to let life become the teacher. And when you get burned enough time or smoked enough times, you start to learn. And I think it's just a natural progression of us that when we're young, we kind of get into the hype and the money, but as we grow older, we seem to take advantage of nostalgia, and we start to collect with a collector, more of a collector mindset more than anything else. I think it was Dr. Beckett in one of his podcasts where he felt like many collectors evolve over time, that we become accumulators in our younger years, but in our older years, we become more specialists, and we start to pursue cards that mean more to us, that have nostalgia, that have a meaning within our of our lives. And I think that's so true. And I think that's happened to me. And from what I'm hearing and seeing from so many others, that is typically the case. And it is just the natural consequence of being a longtime collector. I think we all or some of us have at times we started a certain way, but our collecting habits have evolved over time. And as you grow older, wiser, with a little bit more discretionary income, you start to make better choices. And you are less likely to get smoked because you are now curating a collection, not so much looking to flip for profit. And so what does that mean for the future? I think the future looks bright, regardless of the shenanigans that we think card manufacturers are playing, despite repacks, despite the gambling breakers with the Let's Go. I think all of that has a place. I think all of that is entry level stuff that's going to engage people and draw people in. And yes, some will hit big, some will get smoked, but I think eventually they're going to evolve into more of a more traditional collector. I know when I came back to the hobby, I was heavy into breaks for the first year and a half. But I quickly learned and said, hey, time out here. I'm hemorrhaging money. I'm going to focus my attention and specialize into this one specific area. So I do think that the marketing power and strategies of Fanatics is going to be a good thing long term for the hobby, because it's going to bring people in. And yes, we may lose some, but I think long game, I think some of those are going to be transitioning into more of a collector type focus. Listen, that's going to be, just wanted to share quickly that concept. Check out this week's weekly rookie card report. I'm excited about this one. I'm just finding that I'm creating systems. I'm finding stuff out there. It's getting a little bit easier to put these together, but the information that I'm digging up is just hobby content gold. So make sure, check out weekly rookie card report now. Okay, friends, so we're going to begin with the hobby word of the week. And this week's word is shill. First want to begin by saying thank you to all of those who left a comment on my last video where I revealed that I had a card ladder sponsorship. Overwhelming comments of support. I did have, however, a few people who reached out to me direct message. They seemed a little hot under the collar, and that's okay, because I was expecting that from my community, and I respect that from my community. And it's one of those things where I agree with the concept of shill, but it's to me, it's a warranted shill. So I always thought the shill was like a shill bid, like what we do on auctions and that sort of thing. But apparently there's another word, another meaning to the word from Urban Dictionary, and it says a person engaged in covert advertising. The shill attempts to spread buzz by personally endorsing the product in public forums with the pretense of sincerity, when in fact he is being paid for his services. Now, I can agree with this definition. It's a good definition. I don't know that it 100% applies to me, because a shill is in this context, in my opinion, is somebody who poses to be a supporter of a certain company, somebody who is like, he's like a decoy just to bring attention to something for the purposes of making money. And I don't believe that is the case for me with Card Ladder, because I have been a user of Card Ladder for a couple of years now. And so to me, it's one of those things again. And I go back to, I was a user for some time, but I also have a friendship with the people who run Card Ladder. I support them. They support me. It's that kind of thing. And if it's wrong to like support your friend's business, then I guess I'm wrong. I'm guilty as charged. But I guarantee you, I'll sleep good tonight. Moving on, let us go to the Rookie Card Market Pulse, sponsored by your friend and mine, Card Ladder. I want to start with the feed. It's something I like to go to on a weekly basis and cover it on here. Excuse any thunder you may hear in the background, but we're going to look at a few. I'm not going to look at many, but we're going to look at a few because I like this type of stuff. And we're going to first look at this 1983 Topps Tony Gwynn true rookie card in a Gem Mint 10. Look at the trajectory of this card over the course of time. Uh, Fabulous card. I wish I would have picked one up a lot sooner. But here recently sold for over $4,200. I have this one and in a PSA 9, along with many of you perhaps. So let's take a look at a PSA 9 because it's a little bit more realistic. This PSA 9 also has shown quite a bit of growth over the last decade. And here, and here we can see that we can currently pick one up for about $185, somewhere in that ballpark, which is doable for a lot of people. And of course, a very respectable PSA 8 can be had for about 32 bucks, respectively. And so, yeah, I love that kind of. This is the type of exercise, right, that I'm wanting to do because I'm listening to my community. My community says, "Hey, stop covering PSA 10s. Not all of us can afford PSA 10s, 100%. But we can also look at what the market is doing with lower grades, and that's what we're doing here. That's the exercise." Let's go on. I wanted to look at this one here for all the vintage fans out there. We see that this SGC 9.5 recently sold for just over $100,000. Solid card, an iconic card, in my opinion. I have this card in a PSA 4. So I was just wanting to know. I looked it up in my set registry inventory. I picked mine up June of 2017. And I paid $285 from somebody on Facebook group. And so I wanted to see what my PSA 4 is doing today. So I bought it in 2017, which is right around what it was going for, $285. And it has shown substantial growth here in the last 9 years. And we are looking at today, it's currently going for about $925. And fabulous card, but hey, maybe you can't do a 4 either. So let's look at a 3. Maybe a 3, it could be possibly within your price range. And you can, guys, you can get 3s that look like 6s. I mean, if you play your cards right and you're patient, but you can get a PSA 3 for about $875, which is, that's not much difference between a 3 and a 4. How about a 2? Let's look for a 2. Let's look at an SGC2. An SGC2 is about 600 bucks. So, and I wanted to look at one more here on 9/11, and that is this one. Right? I tried to look at some vintage. We looked at some 1980s cards, and now we're looking at some ultra modern stuff. Want to cover the gamut for all viewers who are interested on certain things. Lamar Jackson is having a pretty decent career. He's on the road to the Hall of Fame, and has a lot of hobby love out there. And what we're looking at here is this past week, a PSA 8 of his National Treasures card sold for $13,350. I do want to make a point with this 2018 National Treasures. A PSA 8 is probably the best grade you're going to get for these thicker cards, RPAs, right? This is a rookie patch auto and highly sought after in many hobby circles. Serial numbered to 99, just an absolutely amazing card, right? This is what they would call a banger. But here's what I want us to understand. This, too, my friends, is a base rookie card. I know it's hard to believe, but it's card number 165 within the base set. And if it's within the base set and it's the first card featured of him in the base set, that becomes a true rookie card. I know it looks like an insert, but let me add this caveat. When it comes to true rookie cards, autographs have nothing to do with it. Patches have nothing to do with it. Napkins have nothing to do with it. Game worn, game used has nothing to do with it. What does matter, that it's the first card featured in the base set and that it's fully licensed by the Players Association and the league. That's what truly signifies or dignifies a true rookie card. So, I mean, it's nice that it has an autograph. It's awesome that it has an awesome patch. How many colors is that? Like 5 or 6 colors on that thing? My goodness. It's a bonus if it has it, but it's not a necessity. And so that's a distinguishing line that I want us to understand. Let's move on now to rookie mania. Let's look at Connolly Early, who struck out 11 batters in his major league debut, tying a Red Sox franchise record. Now, he did have the debut patch. It was on his right arm, but an amazing, what they call a September call-up, came in this week and struck out 11 batters in his MLB debut. And get this, he struck out 11 in 5 innings. That's a really strong showing, as you can only imagine what this did to Red Sox fans. And you can only imagine what this thing done to the card market. He doesn't have a lot of cards out there. A lot of it is prospect stuff. I'm not sure we're going to see his rookie cards the coming season because, according to the Players Association rules, as of August 31st is the cutoff date. Topps can no longer create rookie cards after August 31st. And so we can expect to see Mr. Connolly here February of 2026 inside of Topps Series 1, hopefully. So fabulous debut here. A lot of buzz, right? A lot of mania going on with this kid because of his amazing debut. Staying in line with the Red Sox, let's go to Aroldis Chapman, who was announced as American League Reliever of the Month for the month of August. And his stat line for the month of August was 11 innings pitched. He did not allow any earned runs, 0 hits allowed, 14 strikeouts, 1 walk. And he had 8 opportunities to have a save, and he did just that. He had 8 of 8 in the save category. Fabulous month. Looking at this guy, watching Mr. Chapman's career has been quite interesting. Being a Cubs fan, he was a big part of, he was a key figure in us winning the World Series in 2016. And the successes and the failures that he has had, again, we're talking about peaks and valleys, has really made me want to pursue perhaps one rookie card of Chapman. I do not have any currently in my collection. And just reflecting on his career this past week, and I started to look at his rookie card. So let's look at some of his rookie cards. According to the research that I've done, in between 2009 and 2010, he had 87 cards produced of him. They're all pretty much prospect cards, or what I have deemed pre-rookie cards, right? They're cards where he had not debuted into the league yet. They're cards that do not have full licensing. They're cards that do not have a rookie card logo. Why is that? Because legally, technically, they cannot. And so in 2011, he was inside of 11 products, and he has a total of 84 cards that were produced of him in his MLB debut season of 2011. And so what we have here, I looked at those 11 cards, and I picked out some here to review. Of course, we're going to look at the Topps paper, 2011 Topps card number 110. That's the paper version. We have the Topps Chrome version. I don't know if it seems like the same image, maybe just zoomed in a little bit, but they maybe like one click frame before or after. But here I see an issue with like the horizontal cards. I know many collectors don't favor horizontal cards. I don't have a problem with them. so much, but I know a lot of collectors do. On the high end side of things, you do have the 2011 Triple Threads, card number 117. It does have a piece of, I don't know if it's game used. Um, it is autographed, serial number to only 75. And yes, my friends, that is a base rookie. Serial number to 75. Keep that in mind. Moving along, we were looking at his Bowman Chrome. He also has a Bowman paper with the exact same image, but probably the more preferred brand, if possible, is the Bowman Chrome. And then that's card number 177. And if you look at the Bowman Chrome Auto, it's card number 197. Now, I would give the card on the left, the card number 177, that to me in the system that I use, that is the true rookie card because it is the first card featured in the base set. Well, no, Victor, I like card number 197 because it's his autograph. Well, that's fine, but remember what I said moments ago. Just because it has an autograph card doesn't make it a true rookie card. It's nice that it has one. It's kind of cool, but that doesn't determine whether it's a true rookie card or not. We follow again. We're following a set of a set of guidelines. We're following a system, and the system says that the first card featured in the base set is the true rookie card, and many hobbyists fall in line with that. And so 177 gets to TRC. My personal favorite, doesn't have to be yours, is the 2011 Heritage. This is a fabulous card of Chapman. It's probably going to be the one that I shop for coming soon. And I really like the homage to 1962 Topps. I really like the image here of Chapman, and I just love this card design. One of my favorite Chapman cards there. And so he has other stuff, Allen and Ginter, Topps lineage, some like off brands. I don't want to call them off brands, but kind of card brands that are not as popular as these mentioned here. So great stuff here. Covered the bases as far as popular brands. Which ones should I get? I'm trying to look at it through the lens of affordable and high end, keeping all things in perspective. Moving on, we're going to go to some rookie card misconceptions, and I'm really starting to love X. There's just some really good rookie card topics that pop up. And ever since I started this weekly rookie card report, I've been digging into X a lot more. But here I'm going to start with this first post by Soccer Cards HQ. He says, why are people trying so hard to desperately make this a rookie card when it's clearly not? It is very collectible and valuable, but a card does not have to be a rookie card to be valuable. Let's stop narratives and confusion and let cards just be cool for what they are. Now, as you can only imagine, I come across this post this week, and this just actually ministered to my heart because this, my friends, falls totally in line with my truth, right? And so here we go. As you can tell, this post is fabulous, but what adds gas to the fire is the comments, right? J. Bob and Sons here says, definitely a rookie card. And then this guy says, Soccer Cards HQ replies, what is your definition of a rookie card? And well, this one. And we get to another guy chimes in and says, please explain. And J. Bob and Sons says this. Isn't this card manufacturer's first card of the man in the Premier League, plus or minus 2 years of his rookie season with Sporting? It checks out. Happens today with rookies. Just accept it and move on. As you can imagine, the absolute joy, frustration, anger, happiness that all of this post brought to me. But we move on here with the comments. Yeah, just explain why it's not a rookie. It is what it is. Don't question HQ, just bend the knee. He knows all. And here we see, again, friends, where some people abide by a set of standards, believe in the set of standards, and other people who are on the opposite end of the world. Not sure if that's ever going to change, but we're going to attempt to make a change. I ended up responding to this, and I probably did not respond well. But I can't go back with what I said. I have to stand by what I said. It says, here's my response. This is incorrect, good sir. It does not check out, and this is why the waters are muddied. I am opposite of the accept it and move on mindset. I say stop. Enough of this false narrative pushing an agenda for the purpose of financial gain. Not all rookie cards are equal. And that's where I left it. I got no replies on that comment, but really respect and enjoy Soccer Cards HQ post here. With that said, what is Cristiano Ronaldo's true rookie card? Well, it's not this one. This is a 2003 Manchester upper deck Manchester card. This is a second year card. This is not a rookie card. The one that is dignified as a true rookie card is the 2002-2003 Panini Sports Mega Cracks, card number 137. You're looking at it here. He also has a Panini sticker released in the same year by Panini. But this one here gets the full nod of the true rookie card. It's the one widely accepted within the hobby circles. Moving on. I really appreciated this post here. It is by somebody on X named Rookie. And she posted here, I love this card. Not his true rookie card, but I love the reds and oranges. Couple of things here. Number one, JJ McCarthy put a stomping on my Chicago Bears this past week. I thought the game was in the bag, and they did a Ravens Bills replay on us as the game spiraled out of control for the Chicago Bears in the fourth quarter. JJ McCarthy, the first half of the game, I thought he looked like a chump. But man, did that change in the second half as he ended up leading the Vikings to a victory over my beloved Chicago Bears. It is what it is. But that has nothing to do with this post. But I do respect. I ended up replying here. Really appreciate the admission of this card not being a true rookie card. I wrote a book on the subject, and you are 100% on target. And then she replies, I can't afford his true rookie card right now, with a laughing emoji. So that's a great interaction I had here with Rookie. And the reason why this is not a true rookie card is because this is an insert card, my friends, inside of Mosaic. It's called Showtime. They're autographed. Great cards, taking nothing away from it, right? It's a really cool card. A lot going on here, matching colors and all of that. But it's a rookie year card with a rookie card weight of 4 out of 5 stars. What is wrong with that? There's nothing wrong. It should not diminish its value whatsoever. To me, it's just we are properly classifying and identifying what this card really is. And a true rookie card, it is not. Moving on, I'm going to go to this post here. This is actually an old post that I had bookmarked. I've saved it because I wanted to come back to it, and I just forgot all about it. But as I was digging around, I ended up finding it again. This is by Chris Hoge, and he ended up posting this a few months ago. But he writes here, tomorrow ends the battle of Caitlin Clark's rookie year Prism base cards, both gold, serial numbered out of 10. Card number 22, which is the card on the left, is rocking the RC badge, and it shows Clark setting up for a jump shot, apparently in game. Card number 145, the card on the right, also with a rookie card badge. shows her spinning a ball, likely in a photo shoot. So here we have two parallels that are the same. They're both gold, serial number to 10. One is from a photo shoot, the other one appears in game. And he shows what they were currently at with 1 day and 10 hours left in the auction. One of them was at Golden, the other one was at Fanatics Premier. And I will set out a disclaimer that the card on the left is a PSA 9 and the card on the right is a PSA 8. But the challenge was more along the lines as like, where will these cards end? So we were really looking at that, and I ended up looking it up on Card Ladder just before recording this video. The card on the left, card number 22, sold for, let's just call it, rounding up, we're going to call it $64,000. And the card on the right, card number 145, sold for, let's call it $30,000. There's a lot of reasons why that might be. You might have your opinion, but I'm going to give you mine. I believe the card on the left sold for more than double than the card on the right because it is the true rookie card, serial number to 10, because it is the first card featured in the base set. And that's the that's the my opinion on why this card sold for twice as much as this one, even though the rarity or the scarceness of it is the same. Moving on, I'm going to look at this post from X. Again, X, man, is just the way to go here. I'm loving what I'm finding here. The Breaks ends up posting this. Is this a rookie card? Okay, we see here it's a card of Austin Riley. We have a rookie card shield and an archive stamp here. Okay, so let's look at the post, the response left by Steven Benzel. He writes, even in its original state, it wasn't a rookie card. Rookie debuts are a subset. Riley's rookie card is Topps Update US 100. This is US 252. And in my opinion, when this archives card got its stamp on the front, it became a 2023 card. Really cool card, though. I have this Rizzo non-RC. So Steven here, my friends, spot on. I mean, 100% on target. Love his reply here. I could not have said it better myself. My friends, I've said this stuff before in previous videos years ago. We have to be really, really careful with Topps Update because they put these rookie debut cards in there. So a rookie debut is a subset. Subsets do not qualify for a true rookie card designation. On top of that, this is somewhat of like a buyback program that Topps ended up buying some of these cards up, and they put this Topps archive stamp on it, and they put this serial numbered stamp on it, and they repackaged them into packs of 2023 Topps archives. This is how come he says when it put the stamp on it, it became a 2023 card. Again, this is also bang on here. Steven Benzel. I actually started digging around Steven Benzel's page, and I actually sent him a message. I would love for him to come on the channel and record a video with me. He has some really great insights on like pre-war rookie cards. He has some great insights as far as MLB contracts. As far as I know, he might even work for the MLB Players Association. I don't know. That's how vast his knowledge is. And I invited him to come on. I hope he accepts my invitation. I sent it to him this morning, so I haven't heard back yet. But what a response here. What a fabulous, fabulous response. Moving on. We're going to go again to another post of Chris Hoge here. And I ended up reaching out to Chris this week because I want to interview this guy named Mike. This is a fabulous, this is actually a transcript of a podcast episode inside of Wax Museum, episode number 313. And the name of the episode is The Department of Parallels. We're here, Kyle, shout out to Kyle, interviewed a couple of guys, and they were talking about parallel cards. What a fabulous, fabulous episode, you guys. I am going to give you a link to this episode down in the show notes. Do me a favor, do yourself a favor, listen to this podcast episode because it is phenomenal. As they dig deep into parallels, they do an exercise on trying to guess what product certain parallels come out of. Really, really good episode. But anyways, Kyle here, he asked Mike, he says, Mike, in your expert opinion, what is the most egregious example of parallel excess? Mike responds, I would say, or what I would consider the most egregious example of parallel excess is the number of rookie cards produced each year. And not rookie cards in terms of the, I would say, like the 86 Jordan, but rather the rookie card logo on and how it is appealed and how it is applied across different parallels and identifying what a rookie card has traditionally meant historically from a collection standpoint, where maybe this was cards from the 40s or 50s that may have not historically survived as well. Versus if you have base insert rookie cards of a star player, I do feel like it waters down the value of that rookie card. I'm predominantly baseball, and baseball right now is very big into Paul Skeens. And you know, he has at least 30 rookie card tag products. And I feel that that is one of the things that may potentially change how collectors evaluate things in the future. Amazing statement here made by Mike. And I'm looking. I want to reach out to Kyle because I would love to have Mike on as a guest as well. Just the insights that he shared were just amazing, and a lot of truth spoken here. A lot of concern over the rookie card logo being on inserts and basically on everything. Right? It's like Frank's hot sauce. They put that thing on everything, and it just muddies the waters. It devalues the base rookie card. And those are the types of things that I think lines of clarity need to happen. Now, I can scream it from the mountaintops till the day I die, and I will. But the real change isn't going to happen until more people get on board with the same philosophy, and or that change has to come from card manufacturers. They are the main vein to make this lines of clarity permanent and to the masses. I want to end today with a community spotlight on Mantle. It's a website that I've downloaded maybe a year ago, but I've never really gotten into it. But I decided to play around with it the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's really a great community app that really allows you to, it's very well organized, the way they structured certain feeds and groups. And I've really been enjoying myself. There's not a lot of drama on here. I don't know how many users they have. I don't know, if the numbers are high or low, but I really wish a lot more people would gravitate towards something like this because it's clean cut, it's well done, and I really appreciate the work that's been put in here. I don't see any like for sale post. I mean, they do have groups for that, as I show you here. They do have groups for that sort of thing. But when you go like on the main feed, you're not going to be bombarded with for sales or what will this card grade, that type of thing. Very more collector centric. And I've been playing around with there. I put a few posts up myself. This was my last post that I posted, and I wanted to show more cards in hand. Rocket Roger here, I put, he was the Paul Skeens of my era. If you look at the reputation, or not the reputation, but the career numbers of Roger Clemens in 1986, where he like dominated in every aspect. It reminds me a lot of Roger Clemens. And we look here, and I do little write-ups on to like why I like him, why he's in my PC, that sort of thing, and just sharing some stuff. I do plan on revamping my Instagram page. I'm going to be completely redoing it. I'm going to probably delete a lot of my Instagram and redo them in this type of format. But I'm using Mantle here as kind of like my practice for Instagram. But I'm really liking the community. Everybody seems no drama, no garbage post. Everybody's just sharing cards, sharing why they like the cards and that sort of thing. Here, I wrote this one for Barry Bonds, and I noticed something that I wanted to share with you guys here. But I ended up putting his career summary here. Okay, just some of the highlights for Barry Bonds. And I noticed something here. He has hits 2,935 and batting average of 298. And what struck me is that when he retired, I believe his last year was 2007, and he was a free agent. And he had like 0 offers. Nobody wanted to pick him up. It seemed like he was blacklisted from the league. None of the teams probably couldn't afford him or didn't want to deal with the drama. But I really would have liked, if he would have just played one more year, friends, I think he would have gotten to 3,000 hits, because he was only, 65 hits shy. And I think he would have gotten 3,000 hits. And I would have loved to see him have a career batting average of 300. That would have just put him, man, at he's already at elite status, but it would have rounded off those numbers so nicely if he would have like, 300 batting average, 3,000 hits, and that sort of thing. So, yeah, I just wanted to make mention of that. And there is some engagement in post. Like again, I'm fairly new to it. I haven't really played around. I don't live in it, but I've been playing around with it, and I really like what I'm seeing here. With that said, friends, that's going to do it for this episode. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm hoping you're liking these weekly rookie card reports. I'm trying to add a little bit something in the beginning to really engage people and spice things up a little bit. We'll see how things evolve. Until next time, my friends, remember that not all rookie cards are created equal. And I'll catch you on the next one.